Okay, I'm here today in northwestern Pennsylvania on something called French Creek, which is outside Union City, Pennsylvania, outside of Erie. I'm borrowing a boat today. It is a Lifetime Lancer 100, a 10-foot wreck boat, and I thought I'd, paddle it and do a review. What the heck? So the specs on this it's a 10-foot boat, 30 inches wide, so there's zero risk that I'll flip over in this thing today. Widest thing I've paddled in a while. It's called a Lancer 100. It's got a little hatch here, certainly not watertight, but a bungee cord keeps it securely closed. Wide open cockpit. It's a sit-in kayak by a company called Lifetime Kayaks. I've never heard of it. But the foot rails on the inside have multiple notches instead of a peg that slides up and down, so you just choose your position. And I'll paddle it, do the review, and let you know what I think. It's got a seat here with a backrest that flips up and then's on adjustable straps along the sides. It's got a foam cushion bottom with a built-in little cup holder there, so it looks comfy. You know, kind of boat you're going to float down a river and sit in and just enjoy a nice slow day, which is what I'm planning to do. So French Creek is a slow-running creek, runs from, I don't know, somewhere north of Union City, Pennsylvania, down, I actually don't even know where it ends, but I'm taking it down to Route 6N near Edinburgh. And as you can see, it's mostly calm water. There's going to be some Class 1 and Class 2 riffles here. I'm just going to take my time and enjoy this Lifetime 10-foot Lancer 100 wreck boat, and I'm just going to take it slow today, you know, a little bit different, and I get to do a boat review of a wreck boat that might be fairly common and people might appreciate. So far, so good. I've realized this boat has a little bit of a deck space on top here. That would be for people who like to fish. It gives them a little prep area to put hooks and lures and maybe place a fish and deal with it as you're getting it back into the water. It's got bungees on the front if you wanted to secure some gear. So far this trip is going pretty well. Beautiful water, beautiful day. I've got it to myself. I'm just hanging out in a wreck boat. Look at me. Woo! Okay, so a couple other features I'll show you and then I'll render my opinion. A while back I showed you an elastic shock cord on the side of the boat. I suppose there are some people out there who won't know what that is. It's actually a paddle holder. There's a little slot molded into the plastic here, and this bungee cord goes on a little clip, and that just holds your paddle alongside the boat. That frees up your hands, mostly for fishermen, so they can just put their paddle alongside of the boat, secure it, and then they can be up front dealing with fishing and unhooking a fish and changing lures and that kind of thing. Minor points of annoyance on this boat: this little surface area up here where you would, have a little place to put stuff while fishing, collects water. It does not flow off of there, so that's a little annoying. And then little drips of water that come on the combing here, the ridge of the cockpit. Those are that's angled, so those water driplets are going to go into the boat. No big deal, just little things I noticed. The underside of this boat has a pretty sharp keel on it, and it's got some slots on the bottom which are going to give you basically good tracking. So this boat's going to be good for small rivers and flowing streams, no more than Class 2. If you don't know what Class 1 and Class 2 water is, then you probably don't want to be buying a kayak just yet. Do a little bit more research on the type of water you're going to paddle. So my bottom line is this boat's going to be a good wreck boat, good beginner's boat. I don't know what these things cost. Like I said, I borrowed this one today. I think my brother-in-law got it from his uncle who won it in some sort of raffle, so I don't know too much about this boat. I'm guessing it's about a $300 to $400 boat. It's a good wreck boat. It's a good first boat if you're going to do Class 1, Class 2, flowing streams or rivers, or maybe out in the lake doing some fishing, just splashing around. You're not going to cover much distance in this comfortably. It's not terribly efficient in the water, but I would compare it to the Swifty 9.5. I've got one of those hanging in my garage, and it is great for those times when I just feel like going out on the lake and splashing around with friends, or just to have hanging in the garage when guests show up and I can put a complete beginner in that boat. I would put this boat in the same class as the Swifty 9.5. So, decent wreck boat. If it's around $350, I would say it's a pretty good deal for a first beginner's boat. All right, take care.